sound. Learning about how sound plays an important role in our life. How do you come to know that a period is over in your school? When we hear the ringing of the bell, we come to know that period is over. When the doorbell of the house rings, we come to know someone has come. Sound plays an important role in our life. It helps us to communicate with one another. We hear a variety of sounds in our surroundings. In the music room of your school, we hear the sounds made by musical instruments like flute, tabla, harmonium, etc. Sound is produced by a vibrating body. Activity. Take a rubber band. Put it around the longer side of a pencil box. Insert 2 pencils between the box and stretched rubber. Now, plug the rubber band somewhere in the middle. We can hear a vibrating sound. This is called vibration. Activity. Take water in a metal dish. Strike it at its edge by a spoon. We see that vibrating plate produces sound. If we strike the plate again and then touch it, the vibrations are easily visible to us. If we strike the dish again, we see waves at the surface of the water. But in most cases, their amplitude is so small that we cannot see them. However, we can feel them. Manjira, cymbals, and the ghatam. These instruments are commonly used in many parts of our country. These musical instruments are simply beaten or struck. Activity. Take 5 glass tumblers. Fill them up with water to different levels, increasing gradually from one end to the other end. Now take a pencil and strike the balls gently. Strike all of them in succession. You will hear a pleasant sound. This is your jaltarang. When we pluck the string of an instrument like the sitar, the sound that we hear is not only that of the string. The whole instrument is forced to vibrate, and it is the sound of the vibration of the instrument that we hear. Similarly, when we strike the membrane of a mridangam, the sound that we hear is not only that of the membrane, but of the whole body of the instrument. Sound produced by humans. Let us put our hand on our throat when we are speaking loudly or singing a song. We feel some vibrations. In humans, the sound is produced by the voice box or the larynx. If we put our fingers on the throat, we find a heart bump that seems to move when we swallow. This part of our body is known as the voice box. It is at the upper end of the windpipe. 2 vocal cords are stretched across the voice box or the larynx in such a way that it leaves a narrow slit between them for the passage of air. When the lungs force air through the slit, the vocal cords vibrate, producing the sound. Muscles attached to the vocal cords can make the cords tight or loose. When the vocal cords are tight and thin, the type of quality of voice is different from that when they are loose and thick. The vocal cords in men are about 20 mm long. In women, these are about 5 mm shorter. Children have very short vocal cords. This is the reason why the voices of men, women, and children are different. Sound needs a medium for propagation. Let us study how the sound travels. Activity. Take a tub. Fill it up with clean water. Take a small bell in one hand. Shake this bell inside the water to produce the sound. Make sure the bell does not touch the body of the tub. If we place our ear gently on the water surface, be careful, water should not enter your ear. We can hear the sound of the bell. This indicates that sound can travel through liquids. Let us find out if sound can travel through solids also. Activity. Take a meter scale and hold its one end to your ear. Ask your friend to gently scratch or tap the other end of the scale. We can hear the sound of the scratch. Sound can also travel through strings. Children often make a toy telephone and talk to their friends. We have learned so far that vibrating objects produce sound and it is carried in all directions in a medium. Summary. Sound is produced by vibrating objects. In human beings, the vibration of the vocal cords produces the sound. Sound travels through a medium, gas, liquid or solid. It cannot travel in vacuum. That is all in this topic, students. Now let's study about how we hear in our next